Okay, so I'm in Beja. The city isn't very big, fortunately, so it won't take a lot of time for me to get to my hotel. Unpack, leave my things there, and then go exploring perhaps. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning, actually. A bit too early, but that's the way life is. I have until 10:30 in Beja to walk around and look around and maybe film some stuff, so bear with me. As many of the cities in this region, Beja was founded way before the Romans. It is actually known that Beja is the second city in Portugal right after Évora. If you count the amount of Roman and pre-Roman relics left in here. There is even a Visigoth museum, which is cool. It will be closed, of course. Oh my god, there are so many cars. It's even a bit scary. I feel like in Italy. Here they go.
And that's just the beginning of the 50 Shades of White in Beja morning version.
So here we are, I think. At least that's the wall there. Yeah. But what about the castle? Actually, I got a bit sidetracked because, yes, I went to the wall, whatever remains from it. But, yes, the castle is the other way around. Nothing happened. It was all planned to show you the wall.
It is actually one of the monuments of local importance, under protection of the local administration.
Look at this. Huh? Old city. How cool is it? Yeah. A few photos into the castle. Yes. And moving on. Stay tuned.
The whole Portugal is like that. If you want to get anywhere, you should go up and up and up.
Here we go. I think this time is the time. Yeah. Go to see the castle and just look around. It's worth all the pain, don't you think? Just look at this. So amazing. It's like, you know, it's like a little treasure box. That's it. Because no matter where you go, you see something beautiful. I think actually all this can be applied to Portugal as a whole. That is a box full of treasures. But look at this. It's like, I think the Ministry of Magic would live here. So Greek. No, it's really good. After the castle there is the cathedral, some museums, tourist attractions. I don't mean a thing if you ain't got that swing. Shoot up, shoot up, shoot up, shoot up. And now the castle. Nice, cute, quaint, small. Made of stone. Yeah, god of rhyming. Okay. This is the castle. It was built. No, it was built not at the Moorish time. I think it was already after the Reconquista. There were so many Afonsos and one of them built it. Or maybe not. Looks nice. And this is St. James Cathedral. Yeah, looks nice too. Everything is closed, of course, because normal people, they usually sleep at the time. Just so you know, don't let me confuse you. Normal people, they usually are asleep on Sunday morning at 10 to 8, yes. Ooh, nice. Some life. See? Yeah. Okay. So we've seen the cathedral, we've seen the wall, we've seen the castle. And no. Where to go? No, we just will fool around. Look for some museums. Get some breakfast actually. I'd like to have some coffee. It's too early to be functioning without caffeine.
Moving on, going further, getting lost in the streets of Beja. Wonderful.
One is St. Mary's Church. I live close by. Beautiful. Most of things are. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm already pretty exhausted because, let me tell you, I was trying to find the ancient ruins here. They are located on the map, but unfortunately, after I circled around them for the third time, I think, yes, I found that actually they are on a closed territory, so no ancient ruins for me. Not here at least. Maybe more luck in Evora. That's the regional museum of Beja. It is closed right now, but my hotel, the owner told me that it is really nice. You see, there are lots of relics there, and that's Queen Leonor. Say hi.
Did you see it? Did you see it? A living human being at 8 o'clock in the morning.
We're going all the way down to the very beginning of this journey around Beja. Does it look different? Unlike Faro, which is more of a resort, you know. This place is definitely to go to sightseeing and maybe shopping. I'm actually passing the shopping district.
Shopping, cute dresses, coats, and I have to pass it all because it is closed. It is early in the morning. No one is here except for a few people. Pity.
Time to eat some sweets and go to Setúbal, I think. It's about 22 degrees actually today. So it is alright, more or less.
The road to the bus station is narrow and long.
They have no powder for me today. They told me they could prepare it for tomorrow, but I don't need it tomorrow. I want it now. Not working my way.
Finally getting close to the bus station, taking a bus and going to Setúbal and enjoying the views, of course, because the views in Portugal are simply perfect.
It's 12:20. I've just come to Setúbal from Beja. Traveling by bus as usual. That's the cheapest, one of the fastest means of transportation.
As you can see, Setúbal is completely different from Beja, even if it is simply a shopping district.
This is St. Mary of Grace Cathedral. It is one of the oldest buildings here, and it is thankfully located at the city center, which I am going to explore. The historical center was built in the 13th century, I think. It is a Renaissance building with lots of stuff.
Yes, going upstairs again. Or did you think I was joking?
By the way, while we are here, you can see behind me the river upon which Setúbal was founded. It is not known a lot about this city because nowadays it is of no particular practical importance other than being the city center of the Setúbal region. But in the 20th century it was known as a big port, and it was very important to Portugal as a source of fresh fish. But then globalization, other ports, competition, so oh my god, nothing's been left. However, still lots of docks, international shipping companies have their residencies here, so looks beautiful actually. Would never say it is a river.
Thankfully for all of us, Portugal is known not only for its youth, but for its food. Food.
For once I decided to make my mom happy and go eat some normal food at the restaurant. They serve seafood here, obviously, special to the city, so I'm gonna taste it.
Yes, it was delicious. No, I couldn't film it better. Sorry.
Now that I've had my lunch, unfortunately I didn't go to the Radio Chocos, but I went to another place nearby and they serve wonderful cold fish, so I really advise you. Actually, before I forgot to tell you, if you go to Setúbal, you better go for several days because around the city there are more interesting things to see and to film. I have no such opportunity because my primary goal was to go from Beja to Évora, and on my way there I decided, why not go to Setúbal? It's right on the way there, yeah, and there are buses and it takes only an hour and a half, an hour and a half or 2 hours to get there, so. Palm trees again. Okay, this is the Archaeology and Ethnography Museum here. If you can see it, because I can't see it. Yeah, I won't go there. No time, and it is closed. Yeah, because siesta is a very serious thing. You should always take it into account when you plan your travel. I didn't take it into account because seriously, you have 4 to 5 hours in each city. What are you planning to do? Going to museum? Are you mad?
Setúbal, I saw quite a few working fountains, some of them even with drinking water. Chafaris, they are called.
So, a drinking fountain. 17th century, guys, by the way. 17th century. Can you believe it? I can't. It's too hot. I want to drink, but I'm not gonna risk it.
It was ridiculously hot that day in Setúbal, so I had to walk narrow streets and roads to get to my destination point.
Finally, we are here. As you can see, that's the Jesus Christ convent of Setúbal. You may say it's not much to see, but actually it is very important since it's one of the first buildings built in the so-called Manuelino style, which is a mixture of Portuguese architectural style with some smooth, late and classical Gothic elements. It's called Manuelino because it became popular at the time of King Manuelino of Portugal. It was built at the end of the 15th century, I think, and it was severely damaged in the famed earthquake in the 18th century. But still, it retains most of its sophisticated beauty, I think. Because as for me, it's just classic. The best of the best.
Oh, the blissful winds and shadows.
So, my opinion. An art installation. A city of protest. Rebellious, unkempt. Very hot. And my t-shirt is ruined, so not the best first impression, although it is beautiful in some way.
So this is how the second day in Portugal ends, and I have to tell you that those two cities, Beja and Setúbal, are completely different. Where one is old and white and quiet, the other is bright, cheerful, artistic and full of colors. But I loved them both. However, as the day ends, I have to take my bus and go to a completely different destination point, and where exactly you'll see next time in new videos. So subscribe, enjoy, and I'll see you around.
I need to have a signature more, like no, it's not working. Like, bye bye.